Ross. Good to see you. Take a seat. Welcome, immensely welcome to Room 101.
Hello.
So, you did your first gig when you were 15?
Yes.
So, have you never really had a proper job?
No, I've never done a day's work in my life, in fact.
So, what have you got to complain about?
Nothing. See ya.
So, you started when you were 15. What's the strangest place you performed? Because I say you've performed all over the world. What's the weirdest gig you've done?
The weirdest gig I did was in a Bedouin tent in the middle of the desert in Egypt. And it was all, you know, it was all going well, except the Bedouins didn't really grasp the concept of comedy.
So how do you get an audience to come into a Bedouin tent?
Well, that's a great thing. The Bedouins are already there.
Oh, so you just wandered in?
Yeah, you just turn up.
All right, let's have a look at your first choice then. Amply illustrated by this bit of videotape. Have a look at this.
Took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday. And on Thursday and Friday and Saturday we chilled on Sunday. I met this guy on Monday. Took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday. And on Thursday and Friday and Saturday we chilled on Sunday.
I feel nauseous.
Do you?
Oh, is it me? Oh, the skin's creeping.
Is it?
Oh.
Looking at that, does that help?
Oh. I can't even bring myself to say his name.
No. All right, let's not say his name.
No,
let's call him David Craig.
Indeed, yeah.
David, so what's it about David Craig you don't like?
Well, just look at him. I mean, it's kind of... to be honest with you, it's mainly the look. The hair, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and the beard. Like, because the thing is, he's 90% face and 10% body. You know, he's got a long
Well, he
face.
is there, but to be fair, we have cut a bit out.
Yeah, no, but look, and he's sort of... He's drawn on a beard, you know, it's just like a texture.
We've got a quote about that beard. It's the symmetry that's the secret, he said. Get that wrong and it just looks stupid.
Have you seen the publicity photos of him? He wears a vest and a woolly hat. Now, that's wrong, isn't it? Basically, you know, if you're chilly, put a jacket on, you know. He's pouncing around in his lovely, you know, in his vest and that, and he's like, oh, lovely ladies, oh, I want to make love to the lady, and he's I'll put a hat on. He just looks like a freak.
Yeah.
And because of the face and this, he's got a certain gnome-like quality. And what he does is he has these sort of, like, braided things, and for a while he actually had sort of, like, little spikes coming off the top, and he didn't even have the common courtesy to put bits of cheese and pineapple.
That's just rude, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's just rude.
And the other thing he does is he talks about himself in the third person all the time. He say like, "Ooh, Craig David loves the ladies."
He does refer to himself as Craig David the product.
Whoa.
He has been described as that. He said this recently as well. If I could be anyone, he said, I'd be a Craig David fan. because it would be amazing to see how it feels to be on the other side, hearing my music for the first time.
Can I punch it?
Yeah.
You know...
So, to be fair, sorry, you were going to say...
He can hold a tune. Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, he can take a punch as well.
He can, yeah. Oh, Craig David getting smacked in the face.
But you can't judge someone just from a pop video, so let's see what he's like in real life. He's not coming on.
No. You pull the lever and he rises up over there. Oh, Craig David fighting the Geordie man.
It did sound like he was coming on, but we've got a VT of him being interviewed here. This is him when he's talking.
Man, the recognition, the women, it's a beautiful thing. But I think at the same time, especially on the women's side of things, you get to see the most beautiful girls in the world. It will blow your mind. But at the same time, to try and find a balance between beauty and inner qualities of having a great personality and ambition and drive, it's been difficult. So I'm still single at the moment and just enjoying being a 21-year-old searching the world.
Searching the world. That's how he sees it. Most people, you know, go out to a bar, just kind of, you know, might meet a lady. Not him. He's out searching. He's a searcher, foraging around in bins for women.
It's disgusting.
You know,
men are driven to that.
Well, in fact, in one of his songs, he actually says that he met a woman in a subway. On that 7 Days song, met her in a subway. Now, who's hanging around in subways?
Really?
Yeah, tramps. That's who he's going for. Craig David loves tramps. But he does. He literally just sings about how much sex he's had. And he's, you know, met her on Monday, took her for a drink on Tuesday, making love by the Wednesday. And he's clearly never had any sex in his life.
We've got lyrics of one of his songs here. What's your flavour? Do you know this one?
Is this the...
It goes, I mean, here are the lyrics. Hey, I'm taking 'em, apple and cinnamon. Girls, I'm feeling 'em, can't stop licking 'em. That's why they got me dribbling hot fudge sauce. He hasn't got a grasp of the human anatomy, really, has he? He goes on, it's all over my Timberlands. I take them caramel with a hint of vanilla. That doesn't rhyme with anything. With a little chocolate sprinklings, they make me spend me dividends. Who uses the word like dividends these days? I mean, it's the co-op, isn't it?
But every time he makes love to a lady, he gives them Green Shield stamps. That's the bit.
There's a lady out there who's got enough for electric kettle. You're quite obsessed with him, really, aren't
I'm
you?
massively obsessed with him. But try it for a day. Just try talking about yourself in the third person. It freaks people out. If you like walk into like a baker's and you just go, you know, Ross Noble would like a Danish. You know. Ooh, Ross Noble fancies a bit of sausage. Sausage roll, obviously.
Yeah.
They tend not to do sausage in bakers.
No.
That's more the butcher. Ross Noble's in the wrong shop.
Well, am I going to put him in?
Yes.
Well, the fickle world of pop will surely just run its course, won't it? I mean, in a few years' time, the backlash will start and...
No. You see, he might stop singing, but he'll still be hassling ladies in subways. You know?
If I hadn't thought of that, I've got a social responsibility, haven't I?
Yes.
Well, I think, you know, there might be a backlash one day. I think the backlash should probably start here, so I think Craig Davies is going into room 101.
Yay.
Bye-bye! All right, we've got your next selection here, which is this one. Can you explain to us... it does look like a bizarre remake of The Usual Suspects, but it's not. So, tell us what this represents.
Well, it's basically, it's animal characters who wear clothes, not animals who wear clothes. You know, because I'm all for that. You know, you put a little monkey in a top hat, I'm as happy as anyone else.
There's nothing funnier.
You know, exactly. You know, maybe he's like a panda, a little panda child in a jacket. Brilliant.
Well, pandas do have trouble mating, don't they? So you could sort of, you know, sex them up a bit by, you know, giving them sort of like...
Stockings and suspenders.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing you want, though, is to put, like, a lady panda, like, in a bra, because then, you know, already the male panda, you know, he's not really up for it, and then he's got to get the bra off as well. He's just going...
More work for him.
Exactly.
OK, all right.
That's maybe why pandas haven't mated for years. Zookeepers are dressing them up in sexy clothes. And
thinking they're helping.
Yeah, and the male pandas are just, nah, I'll leave for now, love. You know, never mind, Craig David will be along in a minute. He'll have a go.
He'll sort you out.
Yeah.
OK, so it's cartoon animals who wear clothes.
Who wear clothes.
Right.
But Rupert's the worst. Because,
is he? Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, basically, there he is, you know, in his little pants and the scarf and everything. Oh, Rupert the bear. If you met him, he'd rip your face off. If you were walking through the thing and there's a little bear in a scarf and you're going, oh, throat out the whole time, you know. He's evil. That's essentially what it is.
What about animals getting dressed in clothes which don't make them look cute? We've got a couple of animals here. Have you ever heard of a programme called Third Reich Pet Shop?
No.
No, there's a good reason why you've never heard of it. This is one of the characters here. This is Goebbels the gerbil. Now, looking at him, not cute.
But strangely, he's gone to the effort of putting this on. No jackboots.
Yeah. You think Jack Boots would complete it?
Yeah.
OK, and this is a guest character that often appeared as well. This is Pussolini.
Again, no pants at all. How are you meant to be sinister with no pants on?
Oh, I think Craig David could manage it.
Yeah.
OK, so what about Winnie the Pooh? Winnie the Pooh, he's always wearing that top that shows your midriff. Oh, that's quite fashionable now, and he was doing it years before anybody else. So do you think there's a fashion statement that some of these animals are doing?
Well, Winnie the Pooh is vaguely sexy.
Is he?
Yeah, in many ways. Like, you know, maybe it's just a flash of a little poo breast.
Yeah.
Now and again, you know.
Is Winnie the Pooh male or female?
He's male, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
But you are excited by this flash of male male bear breast.
I'm excited by the idea of a nude bear.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a male nude bear.
Oh, yeah, but you're
Don't
excited...
make it weird.
But you're excited by the idea... You're excited by the idea of a bit of breast poking out from underneath the clothes. If the breast was just there, like the panda, you'd be saying, oh, what's the problem? You know, I'm not interested in that. But suddenly...
No, it'd be better if Pooh just opened up his doors and went, hey! Come on! You know, that's why Tigger's always bouncing.
I think so.
Yeah, that's the only way you can look at Pooh's boobs going up and down.
OK, you say you like animals wearing clothes. We've got a clip here, real animals wearing clothes. Have a look at this. Now,
No, I'm sorry, but that's the finest bit of entertainment I've ever seen.
the dog that disguised an elephant, I think is very good.
Yeah.
And the last thing, her, I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't crawl over her to get the Winnie the Pooh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Like, given the choice, if you said to kids, you know, look, do you want to see animals running about the place in a live setting, or do you want to see that rubbish?
Yeah.
They're going to opt for that
They'll always
every
go
time.
for that every time.
Exactly.
Have you thought about it? So I put animals that wear clothes in... cartoon animals that wear clothes into
Not
one
real
the
animals that wear
distinction.
clothes.
We'll lose all the Disney characters. Daffy Duck as well, and Bugs Bunny, because Bugs Bunny wears gloves.
You don't have to lose them, just lose their clothes.
Rupert the Bear with no clothes.
Oh, come on, him and Pooh and late night drinking.
You'd like Rupert the Bear and Winnie the Pooh to have sex, drunken sex.
Oh, like you wouldn't. Come on.
I'm a bit older than you. I've been there and I've done it. All right, they're going in, definitely. You talked me into it. OK, let's have a minute, Ross. Let's move on to your next choice. You could have chosen anything. You could have chosen fascism. You could have chosen racism. But your next one is clipboards.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's have a look at a clipboard in action.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Hudson from Harris Research. This is my interview.
Do me a favour, I'm in the middle of my tea.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just wondering, I'm doing the opinion poll.
Not tonight with me, you're not, dear.
All right, thank you very
Bye-bye.
much indeed. Goodbye.
So, there we have the humble clipboard.
Do you see,
It's there.
I know this might seem like a bizarre one to choose, but
Yeah.
I think it started for me, well, it was at school, you know, like, basically, we used to go on school trips, you know, very exciting time, bring it on, school trip, on the bus, right? We went to Dunstanburgh Castle, and I discovered that you could slide down a hill on a clipboard. Suddenly, it revolutionises the day,
Yeah.
you know, but unfortunately, I was then in trouble, and I hold the clipboard personally responsible for that.
So,
you
so
know.
what was your punishment for using it as a toboggan?
I had to stand next to the teacher for the rest of the day and then collect all the clipboards at the end of the day. So it wasn't just like, oh, curse you, clipboard, you're the bane of my life.
Yeah.
It was like, now he has all his friends.
Yeah.
You know? And also, as well, the fact that they've now been used, because the thing with clipboards is, it's not just the boards themselves, it's the fact that usually the people that are holding them just want to hassle you. You know, like these guys, you know, these fellas you get in the street now that sort of come up to you and go, excuse me, could you just spare a couple of minutes for charity? And you sort of go, oh, don't, you know, they take your bank details. At one time, if you just went, oh, I'm a bit busy, then, you know, you could just walk on. But now it's like, it's now you're officially being uncharitable. You know, it's like they're sort of marking it down, just going, all right, then, OK, I'll just make a note of that and tell all the starving Africans exactly who turned them down for, you know, and you can't.
So do you find clipboards? Should we say, do you find them deeply annoying, mildly irritating, or don't mind? Which would you say?
I'll put a don't mind.
So you don't mind clipboards?
You see, well, I don't mind them, you know, here, but if you're at my door right now,
all right, let's
you know,
pretend I'm at your door.
piss off. I've got a window in my door. I saw you coming.
Yeah, but I'm deaf. He wants me to put a clipboard up my arse. You're too young to appreciate clipboards, aren't you? I mean, clipboards is 50s technology, it's 60s technology. In the 60s, this was the cutting edge of new things.
Yeah, but people still use clipboards.
Do
you
they?
know? Yeah, they don't...
I thought everybody walked around with sort of palm pilots, aren't they called now? I don't know. I had to ask somebody what that is. It was called something different in my day. But
if somebody walked up to you in the street with a Palm Pilot and just went, "Excuse me, I want to enter your details in here for charity," you'd go, "Oh, hello," you know, Buck Rogers. That's what I'd do, you know.
so you'd be quite happy if somebody came up with
If
a...
somebody came up to... Right, somebody comes up to me in the street, right?
Yeah.
They're wearing a big Perspex helmet,
Yeah.
right? They've got 2 lasers coming around them like
Yeah.
that, and it's spelling out, "Help the aged,"
Yeah.
right? There you go, there's my bank details, have me house, I'm not bothered. Do you know what I mean? But somebody with one of these, bit of wood with a spring on it,
But wouldn't
know?
you be worried, though, if you were giving... You sold your house to help the aged, wouldn't you be worried how much money was going to keep the satellites going around this bloke's helmet? I mean, that might be 60% of the money they raise. Would
No,
that be
as
worth
far
it?
as I'm concerned, they can have 99% of the money for the thing, give the old folks, you know...
Tuppence.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they're living in the old world anyway, aren't they?
Yeah. You're quite into gadgets, aren't you?
I love gadgets.
So what sort of gadgets have you got at home?
Everything.
Have you?
Yeah, you name it. I've got night vision. I haven't actually got the goggles, because they're for, like, proper stalkers, you know. I've just got the telescope one, like that. You can see the cats going across the back of the garden. And I've got a Geiger counter as well.
Do you live near Sellafield? Why would you need a Geiger counter?
You can actually buy Geiger counters for domestic use. Oh, I tell you what, it doesn't all freak people out if you just, like, you know, when people come to visit me...
Yeah.
Especially blind people.
Yeah.
I think it's a dolphin.
Attacking them. Using clipboards, though, give you an air of authority, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean...
Go on, you have a go with
yeah,
that.
I mean, like, I actually think that...
See, immediately as you're standing there, as you're sitting there, you're sort of like you're sitting differently now. You've got a clipboard in your hand. It's a sort of like a...
What, you're saying I've got an air of authority about it?
Yeah.
So what, like, if I'd have had this from the start, gone, "I don't like Craig David."
Next.
Yeah. Tick. Yeah, but lend me your clipboard just a second. Yeah, but 2 clipboards...
Doesn't work.
Not the same, is it?
No.
You know, so it's almost like you add another clipboard, then, you know, the amount of impact that they have diminishes. You know, you have 5 or 6 clipboards, you would have to spin them,
Yeah.
you know, which ultimately would be better. There
Yeah.
must be a sort of...
So what you
depreciating-
would prefer would be a man in a space helmet with little satellites going around, spinning 5 or 6 clipboards with "Help the Aged" written across.
Yes.
All charity workers should be like that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put this to the vote. All those people who think that charity workers should have Perspex helmets, satellites going round, and 5 or 6 clipboards spinning, put your hand up if you all think all charity workers should do that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. All those who think that that would be a waste of money and it should go to help the aged, more money should go to them. 2 people.
That's probably more, but they can't get their hands.
I mean, that is one of the biggest votes we've ever had in favour. If there was a political party that knew that information, I would, you know, what are you going to do in the next election? We're going to make sure, and we make this a promise, which we will keep, every charity worker will have a Perspex helmet that big, the satellites going around, and 5 or 6 clipboards spinning at the same time. They'd vote for them, and they'd get into power, because clipboards are going into room 101. OK, let's have a look at your next choice here, represented by this person here. There we are. Do you know who that is?
That's actually Craig David's mum.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why she looks like that, she's had surgery to make her look more feline.
No.
Yes.
She's had surgery.
She's had surgery. She's had 3 facelifts. She had work on her eyes to make them more almond-shaped. She's got eye and eyebrow lifts, a nose job, and cheekbone implants, is what she's had. So what does this represent? It's not her particularly.
No, it's not. This represents people who look like cats. It's mainly the fact that, I mean, I hate cats. I can't stand cats in any form. I just don't like
Well, you
them.
say in any form, usually does come in cat form.
That's true, yeah.
So cats you don't like, but...
I don't like cats, and quite frankly, people that look like them just aren't helping.
Yeah.
They just... It's just... There's something about... Because at least a cat, you know it's a cat. it's wrong, it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
You know, but people who look like cats, you know, you have to deal with them. If it's a cat, you can just, oh, but if it's a person, you can't, oh,
Yeah.
in their face.
OK, well, listen, we've got some photographs here. See if you think any of these people look like cats. Kate and Mara,
Yeah.
cat, OK, she gets a tick.
Yeah.
Eartha Kitt,
Oh, cat-like.
and Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Oh, she's the worst.
Yeah.
I walked past her on some stairs once.
Did you?
And I was so off, I almost pushed her, which would have been fine, because she would have landed on her feet.
Yeah.
You know? But,
What is it, then? What...
I don't know. I think it's kind of... It's not just people that naturally look like cats as well. You know, when women put their hair into a ponytail, like very tight, and it makes the eyes go cat-like, I don't like that either. You know, from the front. Obviously, from the back, they look like a pony. So that's... At least, you know, I like ponies, so that's...
Yeah.
If I didn't like ponies, that'd just be the worst thing you
Yeah.
can imagine. Pony from the back, cat at the front. You know, they turn around quickly and be like, oh, ah.
Do you think these people have just gone specifically out of their way just to annoy you?
Yes. Yeah, clearly.
We have here, this is quite a disturbing bit of film, this.
Right.
This is something we're very pleased to get hold of. It's a man who's changing himself.
The leopard man?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, I've heard about him, yeah.
Well, you've heard about him, and here he is. Have a look at this.
I do relate to my cats on an emotional level, on an empathic level, and know what they want, know what they need. I get along very well with cats.
Cat started his transformation 22 years ago. Silicone has been implanted in his forehead, cheeks, and above his lips. His nose has been restructured, and his top lip split. Cat's teeth have been removed and replaced with fanged dentures. To complete the look, 18 piercings hold a set of nylon whiskers. Cat still not satisfied. How can you be a cat without a tail? He's hoping to have one surgically implanted, but for now, he has to settle for a battery-operated strap-on.
Who can argue with that?
There's all been times in our life where we've had to settle for a battery-operated strapper. We know that.
That was the lamest thing ever. At least he's gone to all that effort. He could have at least got some sort of, like, you know, Jim Henson style, you know, big tail that moves. Maybe he's operated remote control by a member of his family. For that thing, there was clearly a bloke just out of shot with a bit of string, just wagging it like that. He's going, I'm going to jump that fence in a minute. Come on, dragging some bloke behind him.
How disturbing do you find it? I've seen it once or twice. I find it really quite
Well,
odd.
put it this way, I wanted to push Sophie Ellis-Bextor down some stairs. How do you think that made me feel? You know.
What is it about cats that you don't like?
I think it's their spines. Just the way they kind of, you know, the way you can, like, shut a door on a cat and it kind of, it goes through.
Is that the real reason why you hate them? You can't shut a door properly on them?
That's going to be letters from animal rights protesters. I might have a lot of time on my hands.
I don't think I can put I can't put in people who resemble cats into room 101, because basically it's not them, it's the cats. That's what you want to get rid of, isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, no, I mean, you say that now, but when you get 5 or 6 of them in your garden, howling late at night,
Yeah.
you know, Sophie Ellis-Bextor on your windowsill.
Yeah.
Man on the dance floor!
I can't put it into room 101. You're going to have to take it away, Ross, I'm afraid. Take her. See those screws in the drawer there. OK, we come to your last choice here. This is represented by this cute little figure here. Here he is, a sort of a guitarist, a rock guitarist with a halo. So, tell me, what does this represent?
Christian rock.
So, Chris, I've just thought of something. As the clipboards have gone in, I've got to get rid of this, haven't I?
Yeah.
OK, that's gone. All right. So, clipboards, right, OK. So, who are you? Christian rock.
Christian rock
Yeah.
is just, I mean, rock music,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Christians, you know.
Can't argue with that.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
the Crusades, you know,
Yeah.
there's a bit of a quibble there. But rocking in a Christian way is the most disgusting form of Jesus is good. I can't be doing this because at least, you know, because like rock, it's the music of the devil, you know, and it's kind of, you know, like Ozzy Osbourne, right?
Yeah.
Biting the head off a bat, you know.
Yeah.
Christian rock. What can they do? Just go out and just help an injured lamb. You know, in the middle of a gig, you know, travelling around on a big tour, just tidying up hotel rooms. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like it's not right.
Driving cars across swimming pools, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
You're talking about sort of white Christian rock, the sort of,
Yeah.
now that's what I call God, that kind of album. Guns N' Moses, that sort of thing. So let's have a look. This is the sort of thing that you're talking about. Have a look at this. Do you think that sort of stuff embarrasses God?
Yes. He's going to want something that's, you know, holy, holy. You know, he doesn't want a bald man revolving, does
No.
he? Plinth, you know.
So where have you heard this stuff then?
Well, I spend a lot of my time flicking around on the TV channels.
Uh-huh.
And I tend to watch quite a lot of, you know, Al Jazeera, God TV, you know, just any of the bizarre. And there's quite a lot of Christian rock played, you know, middle of the night.
So in the middle of...
He just looked at me there like kind of, oh, we're getting an idea of the sort of man you are there.
So in the middle of the night,
You
you're flicking through trying to find Christian rock...
Wearing night
with
vision.
Night vision.
Stroking me dolphin.
Yeah.
Like that. Shooting a few cats with an air gun, you know. That's, yeah.
Would you prefer Christian music to be more like this? Have a look at this. Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. It's not him, but... I wouldn't trust him. There's a few people I wouldn't trust there with children.
That's what Christian music's about, you know.
Yeah.
It's about very, very white people who can't really move.
Yeah.
You know, who just do silly gestures, you
Yeah.
know. At least with rock, there's a, you know, you know.
I will have to get rid of Christian rock because it would be very annoying if when we all get to heaven, it was full of Christian rock bands.
Yeah.
I mean, you would expect a Jesus theme when you get to heaven, but
Yeah.
I'd better get rid of them now just in case, I think. So they're going in. Ladies and gentlemen, Ross Noble. Well, who knows what music will be playing in heaven, but let's hope it's nothing like this. So until the next time, good night.
You made a captive of my soul. I was so happy.